Get ready to rally and smash your way into the excitement of National Pickleball Day. Well, whether you're a seasoned player or just picking up a paddle, Executive Vice President of Sports from the Bay Club, Todd Kramer, is joining us to give us some tips to elevate our game. Thanks for being here, Todd. How are you?
Of course. I'm super excited. Glad to be here.
National Pickleball Day is tomorrow. Pickleball, I feel like, is just taking the world by storm. How did this get so popular?
Yeah, it feels like every day is Pickleball Day, right? The sport started in the 1960s, but you really saw some explosive growth since COVID. So in the last couple years, people have really started to gravitate toward pickleball. It's accessible. It allows every age demographic to play together. It's easy to pick up for a number of reasons. And so you just start to see pickleball everywhere. If it's tennis courts transitioning to pickleball courts or people playing in their driveway, it's an awesome time for the sport.
Yeah, and why is this a sport that people can pretty much pick up at any age?
Well, if you think about pickleball kind of like ping pong, it's much more like ping pong than it is tennis. So the fact that you're using a smaller paddle, it's a little bit easier, so your barrier to entry is lower. The game is played on a smaller court, so you're not covering as much space, which makes it easier. And then it's also a sport where you can pretty much pick up and within 5 minutes be rallying back and forth, which is where the fun of racket sport comes. You can kind of immediately start to have that fun and that success. You can play with friends, you can play with people that you're meeting in the community, so there's a ton of reasons why pickleball is a great sport.
Yeah, and I feel like people get so competitive about it, right? Okay, well, I'm glad you're here because I have a confession. I've only played pickleball one time in my life. You can probably imagine I wasn't that great out there, right? So,
well, I don't know.
Trust me, I wasn't. I'm telling you. So I need your tips. You're here to give us some tips on people who are going to pick up the sport or anyone that's been playing, little things they can do to elevate their game. So what's the first thing you have
for sure. I think, as we were saying, you have your pickleball paddle, and one of the benefits here is the paddle's close to your hand. So it's a pretty simple sport. You just want to hold it like you're shaking hands with it. So you kind of have that handshake grip. And then you're really thinking about keeping your swing relatively short. So the ball's going to go pretty far on its own, so you don't have to swing quite as much. So that might have been something that we would have recommended if you were swinging a little bit too fast or too hard. For players, once you get into the sport, rallying back and forth is pretty simple, but some tips and tricks when you're trying to improve your game. One of the benefits of pickleball is if you can keep the ball low. So you'll hear about people talking about dinks. So a dink is when you try to keep the ball short in the kitchen, which is that upper part of the court that you're not allowed to stand in. Everybody knows about the kitchen, but that's just the area of the pickleball court that you're not allowed to stand and contact the ball out of the air. So they don't want somebody that's tall like me standing right on top of the net and just swatting at balls. So this dink is something that you hear. So it's basically keeping the ball relatively low and slow over the net. So when you see people dinking that ball back and forth, it might look like they're just playing really slow, but the point of it is to be strategic and to keep the ball low. If you hit the ball high, then your opponent's going to be able to smash the ball away. Okay, all right. So we're going to recap on that. So it's like you're doing a handshake. Yep, handshake grip allows you to kind of present that paddle face to the ball, and then you're just thinking about kind of popping the ball back and forth over. Start slow, start small, and then as you get more comfortable, you can back up and play from the baseline. Okay, I love that. And then what's your next tip? So the next tip is on the serve. So the serve in pickleball is a little bit unique. You have to serve it from below your waist. The primary thing with serving in pickleball is just to get the ball in. So sometimes people overcomplicate things a little bit. They're trying to do too much, either hit it fast or hit it toward the line. So we just talk about get that first serve in, get that ball in play, and start to have some fun. Okay, all right, and one more tip. Do you have another tip for us? Yeah, I think the last tip that I would talk about is kind of playing with your partner. So a lot of pickleball is positioning and making sure that you're able to cover the court. So communication is a tip that we talk about on the pickleball court. So as you and I are playing together, we're talking about who might be covering the middle or who might be covering a lob that's over our head. So as you start to play more and more, you realize how important communication is. So talk to your partner as you're playing. Okay, and you can play singles or doubles, right? Just like in tennis? Yeah, singles or doubles, and singles is a great opportunity to get a workout. You're covering that court by yourself, so it can be a little bit trickier, but doubles is the primary form of pickleball, and you tend to find people that are newer to the sport really enjoying that two-on-two competition. Okay, amazing. Well, you guys have a ton of courts over at the Bay Club. Kind of give me the lay of the land as far as pickleball goes, what you guys have going on. Yeah, it's been huge for us. We've kind of elevated the number of courts, almost doubled in in the last couple years. So we're over 100 courts across the Bay Club properties. We have 2 properties here in San Francisco. We have Bay Club Gateway across from the ferry terminal on the Embarcadero. We have 6 individually fenced courts there. And then we have 6 courts at our property in South San Francisco in Daly City. And over 10 properties in the Bay Area with pickleball facilities and continuing to grow. The demand is just huge. And the members love the fact that they have that pickleball amenity in addition to what else we offer at the Bay Club.
Yeah, you guys have a ton of courts. You want to keep the fun going. How long have you been playing, and what do you love most about the sport?
I came to pickleball from tennis. So I was a tennis player growing up, multi-sport athlete, really enjoyed just kind of getting in anywhere I could on the sports side of things. And during COVID, started to pick up pickleball. We use it as a team building activity, and you see a lot of people doing that. It translated pretty well to it and started to play a little bit more. And one of the things that I really enjoy is the fact that you can play with anybody. So I can play with my 10-year-old daughter Marlo. I can play with other high-level competitive players. It's really an opportunity for everybody to get together and enjoy being in that sports sense and getting exercise and working on their hand-eye coordination.
There's not a lot of sports that you can really play with, like you and your daughter, or someone a lot older and someone a lot younger. So I love that about this. And really, it's just all about having fun out there. Of course, the competition, but we want to have fun too.
We're competitive people.
Yeah, exactly. What advice would you have for someone who's been wanting to get in the game and maybe is a little nervous or just hasn't taken that step? What should they do?
Well, just getting started is the first point, right? There's a ton of courts in the Bay Area. There's public parks. There's websites that will help direct you towards available courts. If you're looking for a little bit more of a curated experience with a little bit more instruction or programming, you could come to a club environment. The Bay Club's a great opportunity for you there. But the most important thing is just to start to get involved. You'll see message boards and different community organizations coordinating gameplay and open play. You've got tournaments that happen in the Bay Area. So just getting out there, you don't need a partner. So that's another important factor. You could be a free agent and you can go and really find people to play with and then create this whole new community for yourself.
All right. So when you're with your partner on the court and you do something good, do you like high five each other
We
like
do.
this?
We do a little paddle tap like that. Yeah, that's still approved.
End on the paddle tap.
All right.
Thank you for being here and sharing a little bit more about pickleball, and happy celebrations tomorrow for National Pickleball Day.
You as well.
Yeah.
Thank you.